Wait, is this? This is Herogasm. And here we go.
It's the comic book bullies.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
It's the comic book bullies.
You will bow down before me!
It's the comic book bullies.
Now I am the master.
It's the comic book bullies. It's the comic book bullies. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies for Nerds and New Bullying. Your host Leroy, aka Fingerbang, with my co-hosts.
Ta-da! Oh, this is Eli, aka Leonardo's Nards.
Wolfman's got nards. That's an old reference. If you know that reference, you have gray hair. So yeah. and we're back with another episode, and we want to start it off. Eli, we got some house cleaning to do before we start off. First thing, shout out to my boss. He did bring attention to me last time that I actually gave praise to Donald J. Trump. When I actually should have gave praise to Joe, I don't know his middle name, Biden. I probably should, but I don't know it. Anyway, I should have gave him praise because of who authorized Juneteenth, who made Juneteenth a federal holiday. I gave praise to Donald Trump for last year, but Donald Trump wasn't even president last year. So obviously he couldn't have done it. Yeah.
Or maybe he, I don't even want to go. No, we're not getting flagged.
We're not going to go there. We're not going to get flagged. We're not going to get flagged. We're just going to just go for where we're going from there. Okay.
We're not one of them.
We're not one of them. But we do want to bring something to stuff there because even though this is a comic book podcast and we like to talk about fun stuff and goofy stuff and funny pages, stuff like that, there's a lot of stuff been going on in the news like now that I think we do need to address. The reason we need to address this because I've been looking at our analytics, and I did notice that our female fan base or women fan base is 9%. So maybe I did Freudian slip mean lick, but whatever. For the 9% that are listening right now.
What, 90% or 9%?
9%.
Okay.
we are not that popular. This is
I'll start like doing my hair and shit.
Right. Start wearing like cut off shorts and short thighs and stuff.
I'll start.
We're just gonna just stand up and just be waist up.
I'll start giving a shit how about my appearance, son.
Don't worry, our female fan base is that low. You don't have to worry about it. But I do want to
this
give
is
a
for
shout
the
out.
ladies. Yes,
this is for the ladies. But do want to give a shout out to the fact because, like I said, it's been some bullshit that happened in the news, and we just want to know where we stand on it. Even though we tried it, I'm not saying we stay away from politics, but I think we do need to address that at least because it's been some bullshit. We do want to say that we do stand by you, ladies. We know it's a bunch of stuff going on. It's your body. You have a right to do what you want to do about it. And shout out to Eli's home, Minnesota, because they're one of the few states that is still left that still will honor it. Even though it's pretty much left. Yeah.
I live across the street from a Planned Parenthood clinic, and there's like constant people protesting.
Why? I understand why they're protesting, even though they're still, they actually standing by. But everybody, like I said, I live in the Bible Belt, so of course,
I've been through that. I've seen your billboards and shit.
Yeah,
driving down the interstate down there. So
right.
I'm well aware of how scary it is.
Right. And the thing is that people are saying that this is maybe like a gateway. Like this is just the start of other things. Like they started here. They may use this kicking down the doors for other things they don't like. They may go after Plan B pills. They may go after gay marriage. Just overturn that. They may go after interracial marriage. So you know what that means, Eli? No more white women. Done.
They may go after porn.
Right.
That like this, motherfuckers.
Right.
Yeah, what y'all gonna do when they come after porn?
Exactly. So like I said,
that's when these assholes are gonna all of a sudden give a shit.
Right. Then they're gonna care about that. So that's what, like I said, this is just the start of other things. So we need to nip this in the bud as fast as we're going to. Now, to stay back on topic, to stay on brand, like I said, this is Comic Book Bullies Podcast. This week, I've been hyping up the Mississippi Comic Con. Shout out to Christina Ricci. Didn't get a chance to meet you this day because I fell asleep. But if you come back next week, let me know. But there was somebody else that was there at the Mississippi Comic Con this week. Kane.
So you went to a con, huh?
I didn't go.
Oh, you didn't go.
I just didn't feel like it. I was just like, too many people. I don't want to go. Lazy, introvert.
I understand. I understand.
Yeah.
You get used to this lockdown. You go out like, damn, it's all people.
Bright lights, people. No.
Yeah, all this humanity. Jesus, I can't take it.
Right. Can other people just go at this convention? I don't want to. I just want to be the only one here.
Yeah.
Was it there? But yeah, shout out to Kane. Kane from the WWE was there. At the Mississippi Comic-Con convention. For those who know who Kane is, of course, he's no longer wrestling. He retired, and he is now, I think, the mayor of Gomerstown. I think.
Oh, right.
May not be Gomerstown, but yeah, he is a mayor right now. And guess what? Kane is a Republican.
I heard.
And guess what side? Yeah, and so he made tweets about how he is supporting the overturn of it. So anybody that came to the Mississippi Comic-Con today, I hope you gave Kane an earful. About what you think about it, but maybe that might have been a bad idea because even though, Kane may be a asshole, he's still a 7 foot tall, 350-pound asshole. So if you do have a problem with Kane, maybe you shouldn't say it directly to his face. You don't want to get choke slam on TV.
Just go for his knees. His knees are probably shot by now. Just go for his knees and then run.
Right. Before he can put you in a choke slam or whatever his finishing move is. I stopped watching wrestling a long time ago, but yeah. The final ride, whatever his shit was, I don't know. I'm pretty sure
it was a choke slam. It was, I forget what it was called, but it was a.
It had a fancy name to it. I'm sure it had a fancy name, Yeah, but let me say we're gonna move on past it. Like I said, we're going to stick to the comics. We're gonna stick to what we know, for the rest of this podcast. And Eli, I know you saw a movie, so we're gonna just jump on that.
I did.
So yeah. So what movie did you see? Because honestly, I've never heard of this movie. I had no idea what it's about. So never did. Yeah,
it's a spooky movie.
Okay.
It's called The Black Phone. Written by Joe Hill from a short story by Joe Hill. Now, Joe Hill is Stephen King's son, and he's been writing comics. He wrote Lock and Key, the creator of Lock and Key. Amongst the what was that horror comics he was doing at Vertigo called the Hill House or something?
Hill House, but I think Hill House was like his line of comics.
Yeah, the basket full of heads and all those titles that he had going. So yeah, this is from one of his short stories, and it's directed by Scott Derrickson, who comic fans should know directed the first Doctor Strange movie.
Nobody knows who directs Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Other than Kevin Feige.
I should say directs the quote unquote.
Direct, right.
Directed. Even though Marvel movies are pretty much directed by, animation artists and
second team artists and animation teams, right. He was there to just write us some funny lines. That's all.
Yeah. He's just a name.
Right.
He was supposed to do multitude.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think it was multiverse of multitude. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think he would. I don't think it was Multiverse of Madness when he signed on. I think it was something else. Like it had a different plot to it.
It was the second Doctor Strange movie. He was supposed to direct it, but then creative differences. He left to go make this movie, The Black Phone. So this is his first horror. He came up in horror. He did Sinister, which I guess is supposedly. Remember a year or two ago, I said we did the scientific of scare. Like they scientifically studied what is supposed to be the scariest movie of all time, and I think Sinister scientifically is
over Exorcist. Okay.
Exorcist made the top 10. Sinister, I think, is either 1 or 2. It might have been Paranormal Activity or something that made number 1, but Sinister was like in the top 3 as far as like they measured like heart rate and anxiety levels and all that shit. Excuse me. I thought Sinister was cool premise, but I'm not into like supernatural ghost stories. I just find them kind of boring. That's just a taste. And same thing with this. This movie, The Black Phone, is a ghost story. It deals with the supernatural. But that being said, I did enjoy it. So this movie is about a serial killer called the Grabber, played by Ethan Hawke. He's on a roll now these days.
Oh, that movie. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, he's been playing villains. He's on Moon Knight playing villains. Now he's the serial killer who kidnaps kids and kills them. He kidnaps this this kid, his 13-year-old kid, and keeps him in a basement. And there's like an old phone that doesn't work on the wall. While the kid's in the basement, he starts getting phone calls from the previous victims. And then they start to like basically help him escape. And then he also has a sister who's psychic, who has these psychic dreams, and she's helping out with the investigation and all that. And
like X-Men. Okay.
Kind of, yeah, it takes place in the 70s. So it's got like a Stranger Things kind of It vibe, you know, as far as kids dealing with dangerous situations, which is like one of my favorite like tropes in horror. I love movies like you said, the Monster Squad, you know, Wolfman's Got Nards. I love that shit. The Lost Boys, Goonies, Gremlins, Tommy Jarvis in Friday the 13th Part 4. Corey Feldman as Tommy Jarvis, little kid who kills Jason. It's one of my favorite Friday the 13th movies. So I always loved like those kids taking on insurmountable odds, just like Stranger Things, because I was
the new Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I was a kid during that time watching those movies at that age. So that's like just there's a
wish
it's
fulfillment.
Yeah, Lost Boys, all that shit. So this kind of has that vibe, and that's what I enjoyed about it. It did have some slow parts, but it's probably because I'm not into ghost stories. So it was kind of a slow burn for me, but the ending is what made it all worthwhile. I really dug the ending and how it all unfolded. It had a cool idea. The idea was cool. I liked the 70s nostalgia, sort of creepy atmosphere that it had. And Ethan Hawke was pretty solid as a serial killer. He wore a mask, like an interchangeable mask, kind of reminded me of the Joker in a way, you know.
From what I saw in the trailer, it did kind of remind me of that one. So yeah.
Yeah. I guess the only thing I can critique is I wasn't so sure of the MO, like what his process was as a killer, because how long does this kid have? You know, movies like Misery, Stephen King's Misery, which is awesome, and I read the book, it's one of my favorites of all time. You kind of got that sense of he was on a time limit and he had only so much time to survive. Even in Silence of the Lambs, which I'm not a big fan of, but you knew he had a process that the woman in the hole had a certain amount of time to survive, to do what she was doing. And this, I didn't know, like, how long does this kid have to survive? You know what I mean? That's what I didn't get. So it was a little bit of like, it sort of took away from the tension, because I didn't know, like, when's this guy going to decide to kill the kid? Because you didn't really know when. But that's just a minor critique. Other than that, I thought it was pretty cool. I'll give it shit. You know what? Fuck it. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. Like I said, it was a little slow for me, and that's just probably because I'm not into the ghost elements and stuff. You know, and that's the majority of the movie is, you know, the ghost stuff. You know, he starts getting these phone calls from the kids. You know, and of course they show up as ghosts. I don't find them scary. That's just me. But that's the majority of the movie. I was into the whole cat and mouse thing. I was into the adventure part. The kids, you know, his sister who was having these dreams. I loved his sister. His sister was like really funny, and she had all the best lines. And yeah, so yeah, I surprisingly enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Because I thought, it's a ghost story. And same thing with Sinister. I thought had a cool premise, but it was, in the end, it was a supernatural, spooky ghost story, sort of possession, demons and shit. And I kind of checked out towards the end. So, but this one, the ending really landed for me, and I thought it was pretty cool. So, if you like horror flicks, check this out. Ethan Hawke's pretty cool. He's, like I said, he's been playing villains lately, and he's killing it. So. You know, there you go.
Sound like he's having fun and playing bad guys.
Yeah.
As you logged in to a film you're discussing, I heard from friends that it was awesome. Yeah. Like you said, we got a recommendation from it. So
yeah, I guess it's getting great reviews. Horror fans are digging it. You know, people who are into like that supernatural shit, like The Conjuring. It's right up there. If you dig shit like The Conjuring, Paranormal Activity, the supernatural ghost stuff, this is right up your alley. And if I dug it, I'm sure they'll dig it. So
Looking after the trailer, Hawk like the acting. Yeah, I think Ethan Hawke is like in his second, not like his second win of his career. Like he's not trying to chase Oscars and chase leading man roles. He just want to have fun. That's all. He just want to have fun in roles now. And I think I heard him say that in these movies for like these roles he wouldn't have taken 10 years ago. But now he wants to just have fun with these movies.
Yeah, because he's sort of he was in Explorers when I was a kid. That movie's Explorers about the kids who build the spaceship out of the tilt-a-whirl and they go to space. And he was like a teenager, and so he was a childhood star. So I remember him from way back then. But then he was like into teen movies and
reality bites and
and all that. So he's had like a long career and shit. So.
All right, so we're just gonna hit some quick points. I'm gonna start out with some easy first. Let's start with some easy and quick and easy. We start off with Miss Marvel. Don't everybody click off. Don't everybody click off just yet. I'm just gonna briefly talk about Miss Marvel. Not gonna do a deep dive in it. I just want to just briefly bring it into focus for everybody's.
Yeah, it's the mandatory Marvel minute.
Yeah. But and I'm gonna just keep it at a minute. The only reason I want to talk about Miss Marvel this week because there was a revelation that happened this week that actually gave us her origin. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Is she not an Inhuman?
Well, that's the thing. maybe not. People are leaning towards that. Here's the thing. She's actually a genie, which I didn't think they were going to go with that. Yeah. So I was like, I don't know how people feel about that because they're basically tying it into her culture, her ethnicity, her religion, whatever you want to.
Oh, that's
whatever.
right. The bracelet that she had.
The bracelet, they even show like the hand, and that's why I was saying like you asking was she Inhuman, things like that. Now, if you see the hand is blue. So the Inhumans, come from the Kree. If anybody that watched Agents of Shield. Yeah, if you watch Agents of Shield, of course they was on it. And I'm pretty sure everybody did. So, and they even said on the show that they found a bracelet on one of the hands, but they couldn't find a bracelet on the hand. So the other bracelet is out there somewhere, But here's the thing. Okay, yes, the Kree are blue, but what else? What other Disney property is blue?
Oh,
that's a genie, right? That's a genie. So it's synergy. It's synergy. That's what we're going with right here, So we may not get, the blue genie in the animated series, but
brush up your Friday salon, then come and meet us.
I fucked up when I did that, but that's okay. I didn't mean to do that. I just meant to turn the sound down, but I got lazy, so it doesn't matter. But we might get a crossover with that. You never know. Well, we can't because of what happened the last Oscar scene. So he's been canceled. So probably won't do a crossover where we get the genie showing up with
his son.
Marvel.
Get his son to play.
A Jinn, yes. That's the thing. She's a Jinn, and a genie is the anglicized pronunciation of Jinn. They're kind of the same thing, not the same. Sometimes they grant wishes, sometimes just evil demons, sometimes just do whatever they want to. A Jinn can kind of be whatever you want to be. Sometimes it's universal for a genie. It's cool as hell. They're going into her culture, but not like force feeding. It's really being creative. Yeah. I didn't get this scan of also, but they also mentioned something called the Clandestine. I wish I could have got that picture, but I didn't. The Clandestine is a deep cut Marvel reference from the 90s. They're so deep that I forgot they was Marvel. I thought they were Valiant, because it's almost like the same shit, But yeah, they're tying into that, which never had a connection to any of the Marvels before, but they're doing it now. So the bangle is not a quantum band or anything like that. It's tied into it. So I was wrong, cheeseburger taco coming up, but I was thinking they were going to do a quantum band or whatever.
Cheeseburger taco. That does sound good.
That does sound good. We have created something like that. I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna combine it.
Yeah, a quesadilla taco or a quesadilla burger.
That's too easy. That's too easy.
Are you gonna try and fold a burger?
Yes, we're gonna do some Fear Factor shit. We can't make it too easy. Oh yeah, that's all we got.
Follow Leroy for the recipe.
Right. But that's all I want to talk about Miss Marvel. Not going to deep dive. Just want to go into that. Some people are upset. I kind of want to know what people, from that culture think about that, making her a genie. Is that problematic or is that in brand? I know people still set up she's not Inhuman, whatever, that's not the thing.
Yeah.
Because technically, if they tie it into the Kree, they could still make it human. They could say that the Kree came to Earth centuries ago and were confused as Jinn or genies. And that's where they got the term from. So they can still tie it into humans if they wanted to.
Yeah, and I still haven't seen Eternals, so I don't know if that.
Well, I'm sorry. Did I say Eternals and Humans? Inhumans. I meant to say Inhumans. Nothing to do with
Inhumans.
Eternals. Yeah.
Oh.
So,
I don't
but
know
yeah,
why I thought of Eternals.
I
I
think
don't
I said it by accident. I get them.
No, I think you said Inhumans. I just thought of Eternals, because I haven't seen it. And
We're gonna rewind
thought,
the tape later on and see what I said. 'Cause honestly, I don't even know what I said. If I said Eternals, well, I'm gonna
either way, I don't know even why I'm talking. I haven't seen the Eternals. I didn't even watch the new episode of Ms. Marvel, so why am I talking?
Yeah, I just want to say that she's a genie now. So yeah,
Yeah. But
best
yeah,
scene in the movie.
I haven't. I have been watching it. I just didn't watch the new episode yet. I don't know. It's like I said. It's kind of feeling like Naomi or a CW show.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
and people are complaining. Let's talk about that for a second. People, that's exactly what it is, because people are complaining that Miss Marvel is one of the lowest rated shows. Well, no, not it is the lowest rated Disney Plus show there is. And people say, oh, because of racism. People hate brown people, stuff like that. Like, not everything is racist. Now, don't get me wrong. There are people online complaining and bitching and shitting on it because of racism. There is that. But if people don't watch the show, it's not because I'm a racist. Some people just, it's not their thing. It's not into it. Because, yes, just because you put brown people on TV show, which is great representation, you still got to make the show entertaining. You still got to be interesting. You still got to hook people. Like, the job isn't done after you just slap brown people on TV. You know, so hopefully they'll figure it out. Hopefully the show will get better and catch people's attention. But as right now, it's like you said, it's Naomi, it's Stargirl. It is a CW show with a better budget. That's what it is, you know.
Yeah, pretty much.
So now the coach, I'm actually enjoying this show more than the book. Didn't read the book, didn't catch my attention. So I pretty much, from what I'm hearing,
like the first couple runs of the original, or with the robot chickens and shit. Which it basically it gave me the teen superhero, the Spider-Man vibe. Like I said, it's
Spider-Man, Static, Smallville, all that shit.
The teen superhero motif. She's juggling all these problems, adolescence, boyfriends, friends, home life, and then she gets superpowers and has to figure it all out.
So this isn't an original story. It's not a new story. We've seen it's a trope at this point.
Miles Morales. That's why
Miles
Morales was created for that.
It greenlit this. Miles Morales was lightning in a bottle. They were like, okay, let's race swap everybody. Thor, black teenage Iron Man, gay Hulk. Was he gay?
Yeah,
I think he was gay. But
was Amadeus gay? I don't know.
He is now.
but yeah, I mean, Miles Morales was created for the sole purpose of keeping Spider-Man young. Peter Parker's like 80 years old now, so or 60 years old, whatever it is, his 60th anniversary, whatever. But he's been around forever. Let's make it. Let's give another teenager Spider-Man powers, and that's how Miles Morales came along. And now that's a lot of people. That was the first Spider-Man they were exposed to was Miles Morales.
Yeah, just like for Green Lantern, a lot of people's first Green Lantern was John Stewart. You know, when Hal Jordan popped in, like, who the fuck is this? You know, but what do we got? Cool, they're getting coached but not force feeding it. Yeah, I mean, but like I said, it does feel authentic to the show. It doesn't feel like it's shoehorned in there. It feels natural and organic as far as like them bringing the culture, because it's interesting seeing positive Muslim, characters or representation on TV. Like, that's new. That's something we don't see. So I give the show credit for that, but like I said, it's still a superhero show. You can't just do that.
And I remember when Miss Marvel first dropped, how what a big, because it was kind of a hit, especially for young Muslim girls. Like, I remember watching a panel with G. Willow Wilson, and this Middle Eastern girl got up and asked her question. She was in tears.
Representation is a powerful thing. Especially
when it's done right, it can it can really hit you hard when you get to see yourself, somebody who looks like you, doing cool
and
shit
that you've never seen before. So but that being said, we're moving on past Miss Marvel, because yes, Miss Marvel was a thing that nobody's talking about. Let's talk about what everybody is talking about. Another show that came out, another superhero show came out, The Boys. So they finally went there. I'm kind of mad because I had a cool thumbnail that I can't even post. Yeah, that thumbnail that I think Facebook took down. I think Facebook deleted it. So so they won't let me post this. Now I was like, damn. But anyway, I'm gonna throw it one more time, and hopefully YouTube don't get on me also. But yeah, that's Herogasm. So the name of the episode is Herogasm. Now, It's based on a comic miniseries of the boys. That's Herogasm that I will not get into. I know the story. I'm not gonna, and I know people expect me to break down. Oh, the comic did this. I can't get into it. This alone is maybe like walking the line.
It's loosely based. It takes that premise and works its way into the show's narrative, because the show and the comic book are went way in different directions. Still the same premise and the characters, but yes, the show took the premise of Herogasm and worked it into the show's narrative.
Right, because in the comic, Herogasm is the focus. Like, it's about Herogasm and everything happens around Herogasm. Where in the show, it has a narrative focus on, and Herogasm is more like in the background.
Yeah, it's used as a plot device because Soldier Boy is looking for the twins that are there.
But it just happened to be at Herogasm, where in the comic, it's just about Herogasm. So if that's what you want, it's there. So yes, in the comic, Herogasm is way wilder than it is in the show.
Now, it goes on for like 5 or 6 issues or something.
Yeah, it's like that's it. It's just, that's all it is. You know, where in the show it was just like you forget it's Herogasm because they actually have a story about something else, and then Herogasm just pops up. You're like, oh, that's what we are. You know.
Well, in the comic was always sort of the show too is a satire of superhero stories, of superhero movies, of Marvel, of all, just a satire of superhero storytelling and media and all that. That's what it is. But in the comic it is too. It's a satire, but it also it sort of tackles politics, and so does the show. But anyway, I don't want to go down that. We're not going to go down that hole.
Right. Let's talk about love sausage. That's as far as we can talk about. Because like I said, the Herogasm story goes a bit. But I will talk about the show, the Herogasm scene. Here's the thing: they try to make it like it was going to be the most shocking thing ever. They even put a disclaimer up before the show started. Some scenes in here are not suitable for anybody of any age. And I thought that was funny, But at the end of the day, for me, Eli, it was just another orgy scene that we've seen in other. If you've seen Game of Thrones, you've seen Spartacus, or if you've seen other websites.
If you've seen Scary Movie, like the Wayans brothers shit.
The Wayans. Oh my God, yes. That's all we can say. That's all we can say. Because there is some wild shit that happens in there. But at the same time, I was laughing at it. I wasn't like grossed out or like, oh my God, clutch my pearls. I wasn't like that. I was laughing at the stuff because it was an orgy scene. Yeah, it was hilarious and stuff. Oh, like I put it like this: I could never look at Iceman the same way again. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh man! But the thing was, like I said, people are talking about the Herogasm scene. The Herogasm scene, honestly, was a backdrop to everything else that was like that. Wasn't even the most like impactful scene in the show to me. Like the actual fight at the end with Soldier Boy versus Homelander, that was the most impactful scene to me. It was just like, okay. Like Herogasm, they seen
Butcher,
that was the climax. I might get banned for that. I might get banned for that too.
That was the completion,
right? I left satisfied. Yeah, but that was the best part of the show. And I say the best part, but the part you remember the most from it when you watch it. Not even the Herogasm scene, but the actual fight at the end of it, because that's
man, like. Yeah, the Herogasm scene was like hilarious and funny, and I was like, whatever.
Right. And some people did say they were grossed out by it. Like,
what was shocking?
I get it,
I was totally shocked and like, holy shit, when A-Train dragged dude.
Yes,
that was fucking brutal as fuck, and I was like, holy shit, like I cringed. I was like, holy fuck, that is some sick brutal shit, metal as fuck, but I was like, holy shit. So none of the sex shit got me. It was the violence that like, oh wow.
Right, that's what shocked me. Yes. And like I said, as far as like sex shit that honestly, after the first episode of season 3, they kind of like prepared me. So after that, I was like, okay, there's nothing you can do that can top that,
Yeah, they just went
that
right
shocked
in.
me.
They just dropped. They just They put it
As soon
right
as they
in.
open up. So that honestly, if that scene wasn't there, then Herogasm might have been more shocking to me. But since I saw that, I'm like, okay, I'm mentally prepared. So since they were telling you, get ready, I'm like, okay, whatever you show me, I'm ready, And then they finally showed it. But like I said, I was laughing because, like I said, when Mother's Milk walked in that room, and I'm like, oh shit. Oh man. But I do want to say one thing. I don't know if anybody noticed it, but there was a racial slur in there that might have flew under people's radar. Like when Homelander was talking to himself in the mirror, and he talked about the former boss, said you're not gonna be shit. He was like, oh, you didn't have to listen to those mud people. I'm like, wait, what did he say? Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, you slipped that under the radar. But like I said, I'm not gonna cancel the boys for that, because like I said, it's in character with Homelander. We already know Homelander was racist.
Homelander's a scumbag. He's a piece of shit, but he's a fucking great villain.
Right.
You love to hate him. And those are the best villains. He's basically Joffrey from Game of Thrones. You could not wait for that scumbag to be killed.
Well, here's the thing, Eli. There's also another thing that's going on right now, that some people saying that Homelander is getting a fan base. Like, people think he's right. It's like the show predicted it.
Yeah.
The show predicted, like, okay, when he shows his true colors as an asshole, his fan base is going to grow. In the same way, there are people out there that, hashtag Homelander is right. So it's like people don't get it. They don't get that comedian and Rorschach are not supposed to be idols. You know. So they're falling in the same situation with Homelander.
Yeah. But like I said, it goes back to, shitty characters. You don't have to like them, but you can love watching them.
Right.
And
but some people think just because if you like a character, that means they must be in the right. Not necessarily.
No. They're just,
you can be an asshole character that you like.
Yeah. They're just eating up the scenery that when he's on screen, you're like, what the fuck is he going to do next?
Right.
And it's intense. It's like, it keeps you on edge,
when he's in room with everybody, you don't know where he's going to go, what he's going to do.
So it was like really cool to see him, and it's conflicted too, because he kind of got his ass whooped and took off running like a bitch.
Right, because I think that's the first time he ever got his ass whooped.
But Soldier Boy's just as big as piece of shit as he is. So
right, because he also said racist shit on the show.
He's a total scumbag piece of shit.
Right.
And, so I totally get why Mother's Milk feels the way it is. Great show. Great show.
So, like I said, that's the show everybody's talking about. Let's talk about another show everybody's talking about. I think, I didn't check the numbers or the Twitter feed, anything like that. I think this may be the number one show everybody was talking about. And Eli, I'm gonna let you take it away, because now we're gonna talk about Obi-Wan Kenobi. And this was the grand finale.
It was the grand finale, the season closer of the Obi-Wan TV show. We got to see what everybody wanted to see. Except me, I didn't really care. But Vader and Obi-Wan have a lightsaber duel again.
Okay. A rematch.
A rematch.
Or a rematch.
It's round 2.
Right. Oh, it's round 3. I can't remember. Remember they had one before. It's round 3, right?
Round 4, yeah. We got to, for people who say, oh, the lightsaber duel in A New Hope was so lame because they're slow, and it was also directed back in like 40 years ago, and there was old men.
I will say this: Herogasm also had a sword fight, but not the sword fight you're thinking about.
This had it was all extravagant and all the cool effects that we've seen in the prequels that you couldn't see 40 years ago. It was cool to see, watch Vader get down with the lightsaber and Obi-Wan, them fucking duel it out again. It was really cool to see. Did it matter? Not really, because like I said, the whole time the show, we know what's going to happen. We know Obi-Wan's going to be fine. We know Vader's going to be fine. We know Leia's going to be fine. So when Obi-Wan and Vader start fighting, we know they're going to be okay,
Right. We know Obi-Wan's not going to chop off Vader's head and create an alternate universe. We know it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Force Sensitive Child now. Does Leia become Force Sensitive Child now?
I mean, I guess there's theories. People are saying that she could do some shit, but I don't know.
I mean,
but-
she was force sensitive in Empire. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I always said, it sort of undermines episode 4. Of course, Obi-Wan had to win. I mean, they went back. It was a back and forth. I mean, Vader got some licks in, whooped Obi-Wan up for a little bit, and then Obi-Wan came back and whooped Vader's ass and made him look like a bitch again. So
now let me ask you this. Like I said, I didn't see this show. The lightsaber fighting, were they doing all kind of ninja flipping and shit like everybody wanted in this? And
yeah, and like throwing force throwing shit and throwing objects at each other and all that.
Visually, I can understand.
Yeah, it looked cool.
Yeah.
And
I'm just saying, like I said, we get people complaining about the one from the 70s when we saw Obi-Wan and Vader fight. You're like, oh, I want it to be, they fly on the wall and they go outside of space and they all Dragon Ball Z, Goku and Vegeta fight. So that kind of defeats the purpose of what George Lucas was trying to tell with that story. He wanted these two guys past their prime to fight for the last time. That's what he wanted. He didn't want them blah blah blah. If you want that shit, that's what Revenge of the Sith was for. They lava fighting and flipping and dipping and also like that. They didn't want that there. But I don't know.
Yeah. And again, I watched Rebels, so Obi-Wan didn't win. He got close. I guess I can see that. But it was very much sort of like the Ahsoka versus Vader in the Rebels show. Which to me had made way more impact. Like I teared up watching Rebels, when Ahsoka and Vader and they've dueled and same shit happened. She got a licking on Vader and fucked up his mask, and you can see Anakin's eyes and she even calls him Anakin. So which technically takes place way after this duel with Obi-Wan when I think about it. So yeah, that had more emotional impact for me. This felt like a repeat of that. So yeah, it didn't hit as hard for me, So yeah, I mean, like I said, it looked cool. I was more interested in Reva, the Inquisitor, because she's a new character and I don't know.
And I know they hyped her up a lot. So yeah,
I really liked her as a character. There's a scene with her and Luke that I like. Luke is just he like falls and then is unconscious and like, what the hell? But
it's just there. But
I'm interested in her character. I think she got closure. She brought herself. There was that conflict because we got to see that she was one of the Padawan younglings that Anakin was slaughtering in during the fall of the Jedi Temple. So it was interesting to see her journey and stuff. So yeah, I mean, it looked cool. It was cool to see, like I said, yeah.
Is that canon? Is that
thing? There's Jedi Wookiees. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For the most part, I dug it. I always love going back and watching Star Wars shit. It just, the narrative is fine. It's not blowing me away,
Right.
But I enjoyed it for the most part. So Obi-Wan was cool.
Okay. Can I put my 2 cents on Obi-Wan?
Sure.
I haven't seen it. Now, I plan to see it. I do plan to see it, but I had to wait for the noise to die down. The internet noise, social media noise, all of my noise, because Star Wars fanboys are so toxic, blah, 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 blah. I had to just wait for everything to die down, then I can watch it in peace. Now, I know we shouldn't let, the outside influence your opinion on things like that. It does. It shouldn't, but it does. So that means even if I did like a show, I want to talk about Star Wars. I want to go in here and talk about, hey, remember what happened? Blah, blah, blah. You hate this. I'm racist. Blah, blah, I'm sick. Yeah, I don't want to deal with all that shit. Let me watch the shit when everything died down, all the stuff going on, and I can just watch it in peace and form my own opinion where I don't have all this background noise telling me what the hell going on. Not you, Eli. Other people.
Yeah. Because you do hear everyone, the complaints and stuff, and that sort of because
it can affect you in different ways. Okay, not that you might be influenced by their opinion, but you might be overly defensive of what they're saying. So, and at the end of the day, Yeah,
your expectations. You hear, oh, the little girl who plays Leia sucks. So then you go in watching, like, overwatching the little girl playing Leia. Like, okay, is she that? And because your focus is on this little girl, and she's just a little, a little piece of the story.
Right.
But yeah.
So now when I do watch it, I'm not gonna have any of that shit that everybody's talking about. I can just, because I can't remember what everybody was saying. I remember people were bitching and toxic, but that was like 3 weeks ago. Whoever was bitching and they stopped watching. So now the only people that made it to episode 6 like the show. You didn't have Obi-Wan there.
Yeah, that would be cool too.
Here's my thing. Leave this shit alone. That's my thing about it. Leave the Skywalker, Obi-Wan, all this shit. Leave it alone. Do something else.
Yeah.
Because all they're doing, like I said, even if the show is good, all you're doing is retconning and causing plot holes on movies that I grew up with and fell in love with. You're adding extra shit that never needed to be there to begin with. So just do something else.
That's what you get for being an old fucking fan that likes old shit that doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, because I like the first Star Wars movie, so I'm weird for that.
That's what all these old school Star Wars fans are all mad now because Star Wars sucks and they don't like it.
Stop ruining my childhood.
I love all this mediocre crap.
So all I want them to do is just do something completely. Go a different part of the universe, different part of the galaxy. Do something new, or maybe go a super in the past, a super in the future, and just do something new. You can do it. Yeah. And I promise you, I'll be on board. I'll be ready for this shit. Yeah, that's why I've been reading the High Republic shit. I read one of the novels. I've been reading all the comics, because it is characters. Well, Yoda's there, but it is characters we never seen before. Right. And nothing you do will affect the shit that I've already read or saw or played or whatever like that. It's just new shit and it only affects its own canon. I'm fine with that because Star Wars is a huge universe. You can do whatever you want to do. What do we got?
It's Stranger Things.
Huh?
Duffer Brothers.
Oh, Duffer Brothers had to do retcon of Mike's.
I heard something about that. Yeah, it was his birthday and then they kind of went over it and shit because we didn't really give a fuck about Mike's birthday.
I guess not. Another show I haven't watched,
But yeah, I mean, that was my main beef with the Obi-Wan show from the beginning. Like, oh, Anakin's gonna be in it. Oh, blah 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 blah. And I was like, but why? Why? Like, we know what's gonna happen. It's gonna,
and I know it's gonna be entertaining. I know it's gonna be a light show. I know I'm gonna have fun with the show, but I'm just. Yeah, that's my only thing about it,
Yeah, and of course, Qui-Gon showed up again. We got, he's finally communing with the spirit world with the Force ghosts, and we got to see Qui-Gon show up again. Everybody got everybody got closure.
Liam Neeson, isn't he canceled? Whatever, nobody cares.
Yeah, he should have been, but whatever. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it was. I really liked episode 5. The whole when you find out about Reva's backstory and who she was, and that conversation she had with Obi-Wan was gold. That's what made the series for me. Was her just straight up, all her anger and her frustrations with the Jedi Order came out, and it was really powerful. And it gave me shivers watching it. I was like, fuck yeah, because it like really it points out the mistakes that the Jedi made, that how much they fucked up, and then here's Obi-Wan who's in hiding, for people who hated The Last Jedi because Luke was on an island, totally cut himself off from the Force because he felt guilty because his nephew went to the dark side and hid out on an island for 20 years or whatever, and they're all mad because he was an OP Jedi Jesus. Obi-Wan was an even bigger bitch. He was letting Jedi die right in front of him, Right. So, but I understand. He's in hiding. He doesn't want to, I understand. I understand the motivation. My grandma and aunt were in the Liam Neeson film.
Pretty cool. I don't know that movie, but that's pretty cool, Nathan. So.
Yeah.
Why weren't you in it?
Yeah. So yeah, I like what you're saying. Let's stop ripping apart the Skywalker saga, and just there's this vast history of the story, and let's see that.
Because look at what we're doing with the Obi-Wan Anakin thing. Like I know this show is pretty good, but at the same time, why are they fighting 3 other times in between now and the other fight in between?
Yeah.
When we like, why are they fighting so many times?
Yeah.
It kind of takes around the other fights that they had.
Yeah, and that line, Vader, that's like a character defining line in episode 4. Now, for those who don't know, because I'm old, Star Wars episode 4 was the very first Star Wars movie ever. That was the first time we saw any of this.
It was just Star Wars. That's all it was
just called Star Wars.
Star Wars,
and Vader saying, last time we met, I was just a learner, but now I'm the master. That's just a badass line, and he ends up killing. Yeah, he ends up killing
what happened
Obi-Wan.
with them. So your mind was just like, oh, well, obviously they had some grandiose fight, and now this time, but now, well, not this time, but the first time, or the second time, or the third time.
Yeah.
Now I'm learning,
Yeah, that's basically what's happening. Well, you beat me that one time, but now I'm gonna get you. Oh, well, you beat me that time.
Okay,
now
we're tied 3-3 right now. This is a tiebreaker right now.
This time, Obi-Wan, I'm whooping your ass.
It's Street Fighter. It's Street Fighter. Okay, round 3. Fight.
Best out of 5.
Right.
Best out of 7.
Right.
Okay, we're going to 21.
Right. This ain't the NBA playoffs. Come on, man. Game 7.
We're going for half court.
Right. All right, let's move on past that. Let's talk about, now we're gonna move to the Vidja Game section. Okay. We're gonna start with you. We're gonna get into you because you got, I don't know if you got something to do, but I'm a display. See what you got here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just
boom. Yeah. Set us up with that. I didn't mean just drop you in there, but yeah.
Okay, so I've been playing the shit out of the new Ninja Turtles game, Shredder's Revenge. And I beat it with all the characters, and today I got an over 500 hit combo.
Nice.
And so here it is. I heard that you can do an instant replay or whatever.
Okay, so I'm trying to think, what do they call this? They call loop, or actually, you know what they call this, Eli? A TOD.
Okay.
Touch of Death combo.
And so when I did it, I was like, oh, I wonder if I heard there's a replay. So then I went in, and then I was like, is there a way I could record what just happened? And then, of course, there's a feature on Xbox that says record up to the last minute of gameplay. So that's what I did. That's how I captured this.
Okay, so you didn't go back in and redid it again. Like, oh, let me see if I can.
Oh, yeah. So this is when I paused it, and I was like, oh, let me try and do that. But yeah, I was sitting there doing it, and I got to 100. I was like, oh, shit, I just got a 100 hit combo. And I just kept doing it. And you got to time it just right. 1, 2, 3, pause. 1, 2, 3, pause. Just get that time. And I'm a drummer. I play drums, so I got the cadence going. 1,
See,
2,
Eli,
3, right.
this is how you get your Twitch streams up, by awesome gameplay. You don't have to show titties. You have to be in a bathtub. Just have awesome gameplay.
Well, I could do that too, but
that too.
But yeah, I was just like,
watch that 9% go down.
But yeah, I was playing. I got to 100. I was like, hey, I just hit 100, hits. So I kept going. Then I got to 150, and I just kept going. I was like, well, can I get to 200? Then I got to 200, and then I kept. Well, let me try to 250. And then I got to 250. That's when I got the achievement, like super combo, whatever the fuck. I unlocked some rare achievement. So I got to 250, and I just kept going. And I got to 300, and I said, should I go for 500? So then I got to 500, and then I said, right when I thought, should I go to 1,000? That's when I fucked up.
That's when you don't beat the game beats you.
Yeah, because I was sitting there, 1, 2, 3, break. 1, 2, 3, break. Yeah. So yeah, it's all about the game's all. It's an old school beat 'em up, and it's all about timing and coordination and knowing where to jump and all that shit. So yeah, I thought I patted myself on the back for that.
Okay. Just gonna briefly talk about it. For those who don't know, my Vidja Game news I'm gonna put down there right now. The Steam sales are up. They are ready to go. They are online. So if you play on PC, go ahead and get on there. They don't have those crackhead price like you used to, like every Grand Theft Auto game for $5. They don't have it anymore, but they still got some good sales on it. I went and picked up a Final Fantasy VII remake. I think it's a 2 or 3 year old game, but it just came on PC like last week. I've been playing it. Eli, I'll be honest with you. In the first hour, this might be my favorite game of all time. Like, this game is great. I've been depriving myself because I didn't want to get a PlayStation to play this, but I could have played this and beat this 2 years ago. Like, damn, what have I been doing? But now it doesn't matter. I can play it now. and I'm having fun. It's like an RTS role-playing strategy with awesome graphics and just gameplay and story. And man, it does it for me.
Cool.
This is my Herogasm. But yeah. That's all I got to say about that. All right, can we move on to the next part of the podcast?
Sure.
Okay, cool. All right, so this is the Comic Book Bullies, where we talk about the comic books, and we're just gonna jump into it. And Eli, I'm gonna let you go first, because this time you definitely got more books than I do.
Oh, okay. Where we go? Marvel, DC. I only got one Marvel book. Don't I? We'll start with Marvel.
Let's start with Marvel. Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah. Let's get
I may or may not follow up with Marvel, but I don't know.
Well, I'll get the crap out the way. How do we start? Good news or bad news first?
Let's do bad news.
All right. So
let's rip that Band-Aid off first.
Yeah, Punisher War Journal, Blitz #1.
Now, okay. Now, on an earlier show, there was a Punisher book you were excited to check out. Is this that book?
No.
Okay. That's why you said it's bad news. Okay.
Yeah. So this is Punisher War Journal. It's a separate from the current. Was it the Jason Aaron story, Ninja Punisher that he's doing?
Is it still Ninja Punisher?
It's still Ninja Punisher. I'm not the
okay.
biggest fan. I'm just not into Ninja Punisher. So I haven't been reading that book, but I heard the Hand resurrected his wife, and then but the only thing, he has to lead the Hand now, and some shit. That's why we'll bring back your wife as long as you become the leader of this, ninja assassin club.
And I think they worship Ares, the god of war, or some witches. I don't remember the Hand ever did that, but whatever.
Yeah, Jason Aaron bringing Conan shit into the Punisher. but yeah, so this kind of falls into that series. It takes place during that series. So he is leading the Hand, and it's about him taking on, not Killmonger, Hatemonger, some villain named Hatemonger, and it keeps flashing back and forth between some old mission he did, and then the Hand trying to take out the Hatemonger guy in the present time. And
now I gotta Google.
Yeah, and then so it just talks about how the nature of violence and the nature of war, and it gets all of that deep philosophical, why humans are destined to destroy each other and all that stuff, which is kind of cool sometimes, but what it was okay, but I'm just not into like Punisher running into battle with a bunch of ninjas behind him.
Right. Like Punisher used to be a one-man army.
He's a one-man army. Now he's got a bunch of ninjas with him and shit. And so I was just like, whatever, Not
Punisher and his amazing friends.
Yeah, basically. So it's just something I'm not into. I guess people, I don't know. I hear people are digging that Jason Aaron story where he's with the Hand.
It's ninjas. I mean, it can be Punisher, not Punisher. It's ninjas, and that shit sells.
So yeah, I thought it was. I give it a 3 out of 5. I guess there's going to be a few more of these. I think this is like a 3 or 4. They're one shots, so this is like a one shot story. But there's going to be a few more of these war journals coming out. So I'll check them out if they're just like one shot tales. But this one, it was all right. I'm just not a fan of Ninja Frank. No.
I still think it's like a one-time thing that'll kind of like fade away,
Yeah.
So it's cool. They're waiting for the thing to die down. Okay. I know you did Marvel. I feel like doing DC because that's what I feel like doing.
Well,
let me ask you this. You said you did read Black Adam?
I did read Black Adam.
Okay. For those who don't know, there is a Black Adam comic that came out this week. The Black Adam comic, and I think it's going to be a 12-issue limited series. It is written by Christopher Owley, also known as Priest. For those who don't know who Priest is, obviously you don't follow this podcast because Priest in the 2000s kind of revived and rejuvenated Black Panther, which pretty much made Black Panther. Everything you know about Black Panther mainly came from him. There was some other guys too.
What his name is? I thought his name was Christopher Priest, but
no, his name Priest is nowhere in his name. Okay, not his government name.
But he went by that, right?
Well, yes. Actually, his real name is James Owley. He used to, and Christopher Priest is kind of like his stage name or pen name or whatever you want to call it. his pen name. And then now he just goes by Priest. Just, I'm Priest. Yeah.
Like
so
Seal.
that's name's like Seal,
McLovin.
like Beyonce, you know.
Like Prince.
Right.
Cher.
He just right. Shit. I mean, if you know Priest, then you know who it is. We don't have to go into detail about it. It's Priest, you know. So he's writing Black Adam for DC, and it's not the first time he wrote for DC. He wrote like Just League for DC, he wrote Deathstroke for DC. He also wrote Deadpool for Marvel, and not only that, he was writing Deadpool at the same time he was writing Black Panther. So if you reread the Black Panther book, even though people don't associate Black Panther with humor, that book is actually kind of funny. Even though Black Panther is like a real serious dude, but there was a lot of humor in that Black Panther book. And now he's going to Black Adam. So let's see what we got. Let's see what he has in store for Black Adam. Let's go to it. All right. So Black Adam starts off. He is at a Senate hearing because apparently he's been funneling money from somebody doing some things. And meanwhile, he's yawning. So I know when you look at why does Black Adam look like that? Can't be Black Adam. That is Black Adam right there. However, he is in human form. He is in un-Shazam form. So that's what he looked like like a normal dude, you know. And he's just bored. He's just like, y'all heard this shit up. I gotta go. You know, I don't care what you're talking about. Address me by my real name. My name is Lord Theo Ramses Jose Hosser, Teth Adam. So that's his full name, you know. And they try to call him President Adam. He like, don't call me president because Kondak is not a republic, you know. So they're doing all this talking to him. He was like, are you bored? He like, yes, I'm bored right now. Why are you bored? Because I was busy. And they show what he did last night. So apparently last night, and I'm just cut to the end. I don't give a fuck about this. He was fighting Darkseid. So yeah, cool ass panel. I think the same guy that was drawing the Just League book. Yeah. So anyway, he was fighting Darkseid, and to beat Darkseid, he Shazammed him, and I think the lightning went through him into his hand. You know, he's like, how did you do that? That's impossible. It's impossible, but I did it. And of course, even though he Shazammed him, if you look at Black Adam's hand, his hand is not fucked up. You know, his hand is fucked up. And he's just beating the shit out of Darkseid, letting him have it. He's doing One Punch Man punches to him, lays him out, boom, and then Darkseid runs off. You're like, you killed my master. He like, and he grabs him, and he like, Darkseid, look, I know Darkseid. Darkseid is not that easy to beat. So obviously this is one of your illusions, stuff like that. So tell me where the real Darkseid is, or I'm gonna kill you. And I guess he told him. Anyway, he tells him, he's still at the Senate here, and he's like, look, I want 25 billion. He's like, why do you want 25 billion? Because Egypt getting 25 billion, and Kondak is like seceded from Egypt. I think that may be the correct term. We seceded, but technically, whatever Egypt get, we want to, because you're taking all the resources. And he just walks out and leaves. So yeah, and he's got a cane too. Martian Manhunter's there, but I don't give very much. Anyway, we get to the story. He keeps walking, and then that's when we cut to the second part, because Priest's story is always like in third act structures. All his issues like that, even back before Black Panther. So we get to this detective that meets this assassinated guy named Nasir. What's his name? Nasir. I can't remember his name. Doesn't matter his name. They'll say his name later on. Anyway, he got shot, and it actually. So who is this guy supposed to be? And he says, "Oh, this guy's supposed to be Archduke Ferdinand." He's like, "You spell it with the E or N?" So obviously, the cop didn't get the reference, because Archduke Ferdinand, for your history buffs, is the priest that got assassinated that pretty much kicked off World War I. And they kind of say this guy's death is going to kick off some big shit. That's the point he was trying to make right there. Anyway, he's like, call Black Adam, tell him what's going on. Like, your political rival just got assassinated, because apparently that Shakur Nasir, that's his name. Apparently he's trying to turn Kondak into a republic, where you make basically a democratic republic. So that's why he's saying it's the democratic, that's a political rival, and everybody's thinking that Black Adam might be the number one suspect, you know, and he slept with his wife. So then maybe that's another reason, you know. Now, Black Adam story is over. The rest of the story is about this guy. Mm-hmm. And this guy name is Malik. I'm not going to get into too much detail with Malik. All you need to know about Malik is that, fuck, it's cut to the end. Look, he's Black Adam.
He's a doctor.
Yeah, he's a doctor, but none of that matters. Look, I'm going to cut to the fucking end. Look, he's Black Adam's descendant. His name is Malik Adam White. That's his name. But because of Black Adam got fucked up in that fight with Darkseid, and I'm going to go back to it again, apparently that infection that started on his hand is now spreading all throughout him. But to this, yeah. So that infection is spreading all throughout Black Adam. So he's dying. Whatever happened with Darkseid is killing him. So he was like, look, since you are my great grandson, I'm giving my Shazam power to you. To be continued. And Malik's like, what? So that's the book. So yeah, so I guess Priest is working in a new Black Adam. Well, Black Adam is actually black. Well, technically Black Adam is black because he got Africans, but whatever,
Egypt is in Africa.
Basically, yeah. So it's a thing. I'll be honest with you, Eli. Even though I kind of fluked the story, I'm intrigued. I want to know where it goes.
I thought it was fine.
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
I picked it up. I was like, okay, cool.
It's enough to make me pick up the second because a lot of time I read these first books, I'm like, okay, that was cool. I'll move on. But this, I kind of want to know where it goes. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the whole training wheels thing where he get the Black Adam. It's going to be Black Shazam. Let's do it. Fuck it. Let's go.
Black Shazam.
All right. So what you got next?
Oh crap. Where's I? Oh no! Come on! How do I do this? How do I work my computer? Okay, here we go. I'll back to Marvel. We're going back to Marvel. New Mutants number 26.
Okay.
Here's this dope. I tried to go get this, but they were sold out. This dope ass variant cover from Maria Lopez. Now, she also did work for the book that I have a story in. Yes, I haven't been promoting myself like I should. I wrote a story that is appearing in a comic book anthology about werewolves from a native perspective. It's called A Howl. It's not out yet, but it will be out soon. It should have been out a couple months ago, but there's been delays with printing costs or printing because of COVID. Things are not going as fast as they should have been. So the book ain't out yet. It's called A Howl. It's basically an anthology book about werewolves from a Native American perspective. This artist, Maria Wolf Lopez, she did this variant cover for the New Mutants, and it's Danny Moonstar. Pretty dope, I thought. Anyways, we'll talk about New Mutants now. Shameless plug. So in this new story arc, Ileana, Magic, she basically is giving over Limbo to Madeline Pryor because Magic is busy with all this shit. She's leading the New Mutants, or she's helping out the New Mutants and doing all this.
She's one of her core captains and stuff.
Yeah, she's doing all this stuff. Other stuff. I can't. I need somebody to watch over Limbo for me. So she lets Madeline Pryor take over. So in the last issue, they went there to sort of transfer of power, but then the demons revolted and started attacking everybody. Led by a demon named Sim, I believe his name was. And Sim, this demon, broke Ileana's sword. So in this issue, she's like, oh shit, I can't teleport, I can't do shit. They're trapped in Limbo with all these demons, all the crew's fighting all these demons. They end up finding like a castle, and this old lady comes out, and it's old lady Ileana. It's old woman magic, basically.
Okay.
An older version of herself, and she has a sword made out of Warlock, the techno virus Warlock thing. So it's a Warlock sword, And so then they have a conversation. There's a pretty cool conversation between young Ileana and old Ileana, where they're like, sort of inspiring each other. Young Ileana's got this fire and courage and, fearlessness, and old lady Ileana is full of wisdom and all that. So they kind of like feed off each other. But there's some weird spell she uses with, and that I know, it's magic shit. It's mixed with the techno virus, and that's how they destroy the demon and all that. So it was pretty cool, It did make a bunch of old references to X-Men shit that went over my head because I'm not the biggest X-Men fan. But I still enjoyed the story. I thought it was pretty cool, So I'll give it a 4 out of 5. I've been digging the New Mutant series for a while, so they haven't lost me yet. So 4 out of 5.
Cool. All right. Still not gonna do Marvel. I'm gonna stick with DC.
I might be done with Marvel now.
Oh, you done with Marvel? Okay. Well, I'll pick up Marvel where you left off at. Okay. So the next book I'm going to do is actually World's Finest Batman and Superman number 4. We're on 4. We kind of
I read this
book
too.
now. Did you? Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Have you been reading other books, or is this like the first time you jumped on?
No, I've been reading World's Finest.
You read? Okay, yeah. So I've been kind of hanging on to this, seeing what's going on with that one. So yeah, for those who've been keeping up with this book, what's going on is that let's see. Oh yeah, the last book, the Devil Nezza has arisen and he's possessed Hal Jordan. So Hal Jordan is fighting them now. So let's get to it. Let's see how the book goes. So yeah, shout out to George Perez. They every DC book this week is doing a shout out to, well, this month doing a shout out to George Perez. So Hal Jordan is talking. He was like, I always wanted to know how I would fight against you guys. Seemed like I would beat the hell out of you. So we go to Superman, and Superman can't break Hal Jordan's thing. Now, let's pause. I want to make sure everybody understands that Superman can break his shit if he wanted to, because we've seen it happen before plenty of times in the New 52. So he can break Hal Jordan's shit if he wanted to. But the reason he can't break his shit now is because it's magic. Yeah. So he started throwing shit at him. Superman is getting cut. And he realized, okay, that's why I can't hang with Hal Jordan right now. Because not only is he Hal Jordan, he's magic Hal Jordan, which is too much for Superman right now. So while Superman is bleeding, he's trying to get him, and Hal Jordan's laughing at him. He's like, and that's when the Devil Nezza sneaks up on Batman. He like, the Batman, you're just flesh and blood. You're nothing. And then, he just throws him, and like he's nothing, just throws him away. Meanwhile, Hal Jordan is just kicking Superman's ass. Oh, and he explains how he got it by magic and turned himself to magic and shit like that. Whatever. Sticking his ass whoop, and he wants to possess everybody on the planet. We're like, if you possess it, why do you want to possess everybody on the planet to make up your army? Who are you going to fight? Like, worry about who I'm going to fight. Just toss them up, and that's it. So right before Hal Jordan can, finish off Superman, of course, Batman shows up, saves him. The last bad guy they fought in the last issue, he took his weapon, the Philosopher's Stone, and he can do magic to a slight point. So Batman's got magic now, kinda, but it only holds it for so long, because eventually Green Lantern's gonna break through that shit. And Superman's too weak right now to super speed, because he got fucked up in the last fight, and Hal Jordan's fucking him up now, so he can't use super speed to get away. So he like, well, you better come up with an idea, because this Philosopher's Stone's about to break in my hand. Skip, don't care. Let's see, real fast. I never care about the Supergirl shit. Anyway, we move on back there. We got Batman and Superman, and Batman's like, I got an idea. Hal Jordan ring operates on willpower. You're like, okay, cool. And Hal Jordan has the most willpower of anybody on the planet. That's why the ring goes to him. And he has more willpower than both of us. But he doesn't have more willpower than both of us. And Superman like, okay, I'm going to follow your train of thought with this. He's like, okay, what we need to do, focus on Hal Jordan's ring. Both of us at the same time. Focus on his ring to focus to get it off his hand. And if we do that, that'll take away Hal's power. So they both focus at the same time. They focus on his ring, and they overpower Hal, and the ring leaves his hand and goes to both of them. Boom. And now you got, I don't know what this is. Super Batman, Bat Superman.
I thought it was like red. I thought it,
okay.
I thought it was like Jason Todd.
Right.
Jason Todd, Bruce Clark. I don't know.
Okay, so right, I'm pretty sure that Martha's going to be the name of them, but we got to think of something on this, because damn, I didn't have the thing. Ready. Okay, because this is a reference to an old comic, which is a World's Finest comic, where they didn't combine, but there's a character called Composite Superman or Composite Batman, where Batman and Superman combined together. There wasn't them in the comics. I think it was like a robot or something that combined them and did weird shit. But it does remind me of Dragon Ball Z. It's exactly like Dragon Ball Z. And I'll even go into detail about it, because the more it goes into it, the more it is. It's like the fusion dance, where they combine together and they're going to got limited time, but they're super more powerful than ever before. But anyway, Hal Jordan's got no power. Devil Nezza looked like, damn, I should have got somebody else. He sucks. Should have got John Stewart or Guy Gardner, So he's saying some more Justice League members after him that he possessed. He like killed Batman and Superman. So now Batman and Superman both have different thought bubbles, and Batman's thinking like, how the hell do we do this? What are we? And Batman's already analytical. Don't worry about that. We got 3 guys on our right, 3 guys on the left. We need to find a way to take these guys out super fast. And you're like, do you have a plan? You're like, oh, we got a plan. I'm Batman. And he throws green. And not only is he Batman, Superman, he has Green Lantern's ring also. So he's Batman, Superman, and Green Lantern. So they throw Green Lantern batarangs at him. His pronoun is they. Let's go with that. And it explodes. I
didn't now notice that.
Right. Yeah, he throws Green Lantern batarangs at him. They explode in front of a couple Just League members. He blocks Manhunter's blast. Meanwhile, Devil Nezza's trying to possess everybody. Green Bat Superman shoots heat vision at Martian Manhunter, takes him out easily. Canary tries to scream him out of consciousness. Oh, Doomstroke. And he Green Lantern like puts her jaw, like muffles her jaw. I may be saying it wrong. Muzzle. That's what I look for. Muzzle jaw. Kid Flash put weighted boots on him so he can't run, or if he does run, he runs super slow. Just fucks up everybody. And yeah, so while he's taking everybody, and while the whole thing is going on, his power is running down. So right now his power is at 9%. His power is at 8% because Green Lantern powers run down. But if you take 2 people, it runs down like exponentially faster. So he's got to hurry up and beat the Devil Nezza. So I'm gonna just take the fight just right to the Devil Nezza and take him out before my power runs out, because it's just like Dragon Ball Z. You only got so many minutes before the fusion dance ends. So they smack Devil Nezza around, take him into space, beat the shit out of him. They at 6%, 5%, 4%. Like if we just get one more punch in, this guy's done. I can feel it. He's almost done. But then, boom, they run out of power. And then Devil Nezza grabs both of them. He was like, damn, instead of me sending a bunch of your friends after you, I should just went after you myself. So he's choking the shit out of both of them. And that's when, boom, he gets hit by Supergirl. And Supergirl's just beating the shit out of him and knocks him into the tomb, because the Doom Patrol in the earlier panel found out where his tomb was. It's off the Corto Maltese. So she locked him into his tomb. But she's like, that's not enough. And they're like, where's Robin at? Oh, Robin got lost in time. Who gives a fuck? The point is, the only reason Supergirl was able to take out Devil Nezza like that was because Green Lantern, Bat, Super, whatever, almost took him out. They needed just one more punch to take him out. So she was able to get to the goal line,
Just needed one more hit. He was on low energy.
He was on low energy. Yeah, like
energy bar was low.
1% HP. So so she was able to do that. So she was like, "Look, we got to lock him in the tomb." But the thing is, the way the Warriors back in the past were able to do it was one of them had to shut the door behind them.
It had to be locked from the inside.
They had to be locked from the inside, right? So who's going to be the person to lock it from the inside? And they're like, dun dun dun. They don't know.
It should be a teleporter, right?
Right. I don't think they have any teleporters on their team.
It's Kitty Pryde.
Wrong universe. Yeah. So like I said, I'm enjoying this. That was just some crazy shit that's going on.
Yeah.
Some stuff they'll probably never do in the regular DC universe, but they're doing in this crazy shit.
It's an episode of Justice League. It's a cartoon. It's a Super Friends. It's an episode.
Yeah,
of
let's just get
Friends.
wacky as fuck. Yeah, that's what I like it, man.
Yeah, it's just stupid fun. I loved Batman having, or like a version of Batman having Green Lantern powers. It was a Frank Miller book. Was it All-Star Batman or something?
Right. He makes a reference to that in this book. And I liked it better when I could just paint him yellow.
Yeah, I remember a Frank Miller book where Batman just shits all over Green Lantern, like just rags on him. Like they give like all the power that this ring has, all the possibilities you can do with this ring, and they gave it to the dumbest idiot in the universe.
All he can do is make punchy fists.
Yeah, he makes giant hammers and gloves and shit. So it's just funny seeing like Batman just like whoop ass with his powers and like quick to counter all the other heroes. He countered everybody.
While Superman's still pricing, like, what the hell are we doing? Batman's like, let's go. It's go time.
Yeah. So I love that.
Yeah. So that this is gonna be in versus battles. This is gonna be in death battles right now. Super Batman with the Green Lantern ring versus whoever. I don't know. Wanda. I don't know, somebody.
Yeah, they got to make him a skin or something in like DC versus.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna be a thing. So go ahead and get your death battles ready. Yeah, go ahead and get your feats ready. So So what you got next?
I'll do Nightwing number 93.
Okay, cool looking cover from what I saw.
Oh yeah, hot ass Jason Todd for Pride Month. Yeah,
That ass
for the ladies
You're
and the
welcome,
gentlemen.
ladies and the
For
gentlemen.
the ladies
you know?
and the gentlemen.
Right for the 9%. You know.
Yeah. So yeah, this is Nightwing 93. Jason Todd is Jason Todd.
Wrong
Dick
Robin.
Grayson.
Right.
Dick Grayson is he inherited, you know, earlier on in the series, he inherited Alfred's fortune. So he's basically a billionaire, but he's been using his money to fund, you know, social program, basically doing what everyone bitches about Bruce Wayne should have been doing. You know, he's trying to clean up the city, you know. And that's what he's doing. Now, this book started out awesome. There's a character named Heartless who's going around ripping people's hearts out. And the intro to this book is Heartless and Blockbuster having a conversation. And Heartless is like, yeah, I'm trying to take over the city. And the only thing that's keeping me from taking over the city is you. So I basically I'm asking you to leave the city or I'm going to have to take you out.
So go start a gang war. Okay.
Yeah. And then Blockbuster's like, who the fuck do you think you are? So he picks him up and throws him out the window.
Damn. Okay.
And he falls to seemingly his death. I thought that was dope. Then we cut to you know, Nightwing cleaning up the city. There's some graffiti going on. He's cleaning up some graffiti, and then a bunch of corrupt cops show up. It turns out Blockbuster, he's hired all these assassins and mob hitmen and shit to try and take out Nightwing. None of them worked. So what does he do? He hires cops now. So the cops are straight up show up and start firing at Nightwing. Of course, he takes them out. You know, then there's the commissioner, the police commissioner is then talking, doing a speech, having a press, doing a press release or whatever. And Dick shows up and like confronts the commissioner, is telling him how corrupt the cops are. And the commissioner's like, you can't prove it. You know, the cops didn't have their body cameras on. The surveillance cameras around the city weren't on, and all this stuff, and you can't prove it basically. But Babs, Batgirl, she has her own system of surveillance, and she caught everything. And she caught the faces of the corrupt cops, all that stuff, all the info.
Did she do it as Oracle, or how she do it?
Yeah, as Oracle. She has her own system with her own cameras and her own surveillance that the cops didn't know about. So she caught all the proof of the corrupt cops doing shit. And they uploaded all the info to the internet, and now it's out that this police force is corrupt. So basically, I guess I felt a little conflicted reading this. I get the fantasy, you know, the revenge fantasy, the superhero fantasy of fighting the corrupt system and, you know, getting, you know, really striking back at police corruption and throwing it in their face. But I felt it was very done, like very lighthearted. Like they were making light about a serious issue, I guess. Like, it's very cartoony. The way, I'm just going to expose all the police corruption, and that's that. Like, it's a simple thing. So I was like that's kind of corny in a little bit of a way, you know. And I get Tom Taylor. I get that he's trying to, you know, he's making a political commentary, you know, with this, you know, with the book. Same thing what he's doing with the Son of Kal-El. I felt this was just a little bit too, like, in your face. Mm-hmm. And maybe that's just because I'm a little bit angry at what's been going on lately, you know, and then, you know, being in the Twin Cities after what's happened these past couple of years, you know, yeah. I felt it was just a little too, they were kind of like making light of it. You know what I mean? Kind of like, you know, what's that commercial where one of the Kardashians gives the soda,
right?
To
the Pepsi can.
Pepsi can. That's what it kind of felt
over.
Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, and all, you know, shout out to Tom Taylor. I dig what he's doing, but he is kind of an outsider. You know, I know he's from Australia. So
is he? I didn't know that.
I think he's from Australia. And so he is, you know, and it's cool having an outside party look at your problems and having this different perspective, but also felt like this felt a little a little light, a little like they were making light of it. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
oh, all we got to do is just expose, we'll get them all on camera and shit. And I guess that goes through, we're the January 6th hearings and there's all this footage and there's all this proof and people don't give a shit anyways. So, that is also there. But yeah, I just felt that it was a tad crass. That's all as I was reading that, but yeah, I get it. It's a comic book. It's a total superhero fantasy, and yes, Batgirl and Nightwing teaming up and just getting a one-up on police corruption is a cool, fun idea. But this is a fun issue. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the book, we see Heartless again, this Heartless guy, and he's being saved by his crony. He wakes up on an operating table. They're like, yeah, you fell to your death, and we had to give you another heart. So they put another heart in him, and it shows his like lair or whatever, and there's like his shelves upon shelves of hearts that he had.
Oh, okay. Crazy.
I thought that was cool. Yeah. So I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5. Maybe I'm being overthinking it and maybe being a little too critical, but maybe I'm just in a shitty mood. I don't know. But yeah, still a good book. This is still one of my favorite books right now, the Nightwing series. Tom Taylor's.
Cool. Okay. All right. Last book I got. I wanted to save this one. Like I said, this is the Amazing Spider-Man #4, John Romita Jr. Yes. I'll be honest with you, Eli. I'm into it now. I'm bought in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm buying
John
stock
Romita
in this
Jr.
book. Yeah, John Romita Jr. I actually like John Romita Jr. art in this, his layout, his panel, all this stuff like that. I'm like, I don't know, man. That's even though I've been ragging on him for like years, but I'm into this now. Let me see if I can find it. Nope, that ain't it. Where is it? Nope, that ain't it. Nope, that ain't it. I gotta find it. Oh, there we go. That's it. Okay, so last time we left off, Tombstone did bad guy shit. He monologued about his evil plan pretty much the entire book, and then he left while we left some random henchman to shoot Spider-Man while Tombstone was gone. Random evil henchman shit. Let's get into it. Let's pick up where we left off. So, we gotta talk about this. Mary Jane got a daughter, and Black Cat shows up. She's like, "Have you seen Peter?"
In that, what was that one book about the Dark Ages or whatever? Was all the electricity out, the lights were out?
Wasn't her. That was Mayday or May
or
something like that. This is somebody else. So not Peter's daughter. Yeah, Felicia Hardy shows up. She's like, "Hey, have you seen Peter?" And you could tell, like, Mary Jane's like, "I don't talk to him like that anymore." Like, no, I haven't seen him. So anyway, whatever happened, Mary Jane and Peter fell out 6 months ago, and it's just on some other sheet. And that's it. So whatever happened is, honestly, this intro doesn't matter. Let's get to the point. Let's get to Spider-Man getting the shit beat out of him by Tombstone henchmen, and he can't break out of the chains because he thinks they're made out of titanium or adamantium or vibranium, whatever it is. It ain't normal steel that he could break out of. So he's just stuck in there. So that's it. So then, right before Tombstone's henchman puts a bullet in his head, and that's when Kareem shows up. Now, if we would have to keep on with the book, Kareem is the guy that Spider-Man saved in the first issue. Ever since then, he's been kind of like Spider-Man's guy on the inside. So he's been like feeding Spider-Man's information, helping Spider-Man out, stuff like that. He's basically saying like, yeah, Tombstone wants everybody upstairs right now. He's like, what do you mean Tombstone wants everybody right now? What about Spider-Man? He was just trying to scare Spider-Man. Leave him. Let's go upstairs. So he's kind of trying to help Spider-Man. But when the guys is like, yeah, nah, I don't care what Tombstone said. Spider-Man put me in Rikers Island for 5 years. So he's going to die right now. I don't care what Tombstone says. And that's when Kareem pulls out his gun and his blackjack and just beats the shit out of the big guy, and holds a gun in everybody else's face. He was like, no, we're free. Spider-Man's freeing right now. Sorry. Spider-Man, get out of here. He unlocks the adamantium chains, and he basically tells what's going on. He basically tells him that Tombstone has all his guys dressed up like his arch enemy, the Rose's villains. And so they're going to go and just shoot up Harlem. So Spider-Man has to go and stop Harlem from getting shot up by the Rose's henchmen. Also, Tombstone is going to kill Robbie Robertson, his old high school best friend / rival. So Spider-Man got a Sophie's choice. He's either going to stop the Rose from getting shot up in Harlem or go save Robbie Robertson. So he decides to go stop Harlem. And so he leaves, and that's when you got Robbie Robertson getting dropped off by Tombstone. Tombstone's just like, look, I heard through the grapevine that your son is trying to marry my daughter, and the streets are going to talk. So we got to do something about that. And then they cut to it, and we go back to bad guys doing bad guy shit. And Spider-Man's just like, well, I can't break out of adamantium, but I can break this shit. So he breaks through that steel vault and just starts beating the shit out of people. So these are all Tombstone's henchmen at the top level. And he's basically, I got to take these guys out before they shoot up Harlem. So they shooting at him and they blasting. I wish they could have showed a scene where you was seeing Spider-Man dies, but they don't get that. Beat the shit out of these guys. And it's pretty much the book is Spider-Man beating the shit out of people, you know. Randy and his girlfriend, well, Tombstone's daughter, get a phone call from Peter. He like, Peter never calls me. And Peter calls just like, look, you got to find Tombstone, and because he's with your dad right now, and he's going to kill him. You got to get back to Harlem, go find him. So that's what they do. So he goes to Harlem, and the rest of the book is just Spider-Man just beating shit out of bad guys. You know, he webs them up. The bad guys do some. Oh, this is a pretty cool panel where Spider-Man walks on the wall because he had webbed
pretty
up
cool
the
John Romita Jr. panel.
It's pretty cool, John Romita Jr. I got to give him credit for that. Well, like he webbed up the floor. Since he webbed up the floor, he's gonna walk on the wall to dodge his own webbing. So yeah. So they go to Harlem. You got more bad guys. Spider-Man just beating the shit out of everybody, webs them up, throws some more webs. They run into the webs. They get trapped. He crashes on them, beats the shit out of some more, and then tells the other bad guys, bad news for you guys. I'm out of webbing. So just beat the shit out of them. You know, so beats the shit out of everybody. And he's like, I got it, but he's on a timer. I got to hurry and beat these guys so I can get back to Tombstone to stop him from killing Robbie. You know, so Randy runs up to the room. Spider-Man still beating the shit out of him. I got two more guys left. Randy runs, sees them. But here's the thing. Okay, so you see the big guy that was about to shoot Spider-Man, and you see Kareem. Now you think that they would have fired Kareem or shot Kareem, something like that, but Kareem is with them. That's a sign. We're gonna come back to that. Spider-Man finally gets all the way to the top, and he sees what's going on, and he sees a bad guy dressed like the Rose. He's like, "Let's go ahead and take this guy out, and then it'll be over with." And that guy is saying, "You idiot! You made all that noise. The police are on their way right now. We're done." And he's like, "Wait a minute." So Spider-Man beats the shit out of that guy, takes the mask off, and it turns out it is the Rose. It is Wilson Fisk. You're like, "What the fuck is going on?" I thought Tombstone, and he realizes Tombstone set him up. Tombstone is having a nice dinner with Robbie, brother. He's not trying to kill him. They're just hawking it out because they're about to be family, because their kids are about to get married. So Spider-Man realizes what happened. Tombstone tricked him. He played him the whole time. He made him think he was going to shoot up Harlem, but what he really did is put him underneath the Roses headquarters, took out all the Roses men, took out all the Roses, and ended the gang war for him.
Damn, that's cool.
And that's exactly what Tombstone said he's going to do. I'm gonna let one of you superheroes take out my competition for me, you know. And basically talks to his daughter. He just like, look, the war is over with, because I'm gonna get one of these costume superheroes to end the war for me, and I'm gonna go back to my old life. I got family, I got friends, we're good. So, and Spider-Man just realized he'd been played the whole time. He just gave Tombstone Harlem, you know.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. That was saying, I liked it. It was a twist ending. I like this shit. And Tombstone was just laughing. He was like, "Yeah, you dumbass Spider-Man." So that, yeah. So it makes everything makes perfect sense now. That's the reason Tombstone did that whole bullshit evil monologue and left him to get killed, because he was never gonna kill him. He always wanted Spider-Man to get loose so he can go up there and take those guys out. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, okay. Twist ending. I like
cool.
this.
Yeah, it's like street level shit. That's cool, you know.
And you know what? That's why John Romita He works on street level shit like this. It's not, you know, Spider-Man fighting evil octopus and vultures and shit like that. No, this gang war shit. So we just fighting just bad guys, goons and shit like that. It works. The panels work. You know,
I might jump back on because I read like the first 2 issues, and then it's like, I was just so much shit going on. Like I'm reading so much shit right now. I just
and plus I guess they're gonna get to the other shit going on with Spider-Man, because we don't know what's going on with him with Aunt May. Mary Jane got kids. We don't know where the hell they come. She got a husband. So, but when they're dealing with just this Tombstone street level shit, I'm into it. So,
that's cool.
Yeah. So what you got?
Something is Killing the Children, number 24.
Let's go to it. Oh, not that. Oh, not that. Oh, not that. I'm gonna just go through the thing. There we go.
Yeah. So this is a cool cover. This reminds me of The Thing. Oh, I saw The Thing this last week. It's the 40th anniversary of John Carpenter's The Thing, and I went to a screening of it.
The remake or the other remake?
Oh no, the John Carpenter's The Thing.
Okay, the original remake. Okay,
yeah, the original remake. And I guess it broke in the top 10 of the box office, which is impressive because there was only one showing.
Real cinema. You see what happens?
One showing, it broke the top 10. And yeah, because it's poetic justice, because when it was originally released back in 1982, it bombed at the box office. The critics hated it, and it kind of started, John Carpenter's like disillusion with Hollywood and being sick of the system, and why he's a bitter old man now.
Understandable. Yeah.
He just sits at home and plays video games. But yeah, so this is Something is Killing the Children. This is James Tynion IV, this horror book that I'm super into right now. And it involves these monsters that go around eating kids. And there's a secret government faction known as the House of Slaughter that sends out agents to kill these monsters and cover it up to keep it from the people, not create a public panic. There is a character named Erica. She went rogue. She was an agent of the House of Slaughter. She went rogue, and the House of Slaughter are after her. They want her taken out. So this is kind of this issue. We kind of get to see it's a new town, and new victims. This one girl, her family was killed by these monsters. We get the flashback scene. The opening of this book was really creepy, because this is a new sort of monster that is like disguising. The House of Slaughter deals with all kinds of creatures, but this particular monster can disguise themselves as human, which is basically back to John Carpenter's The Thing. It can imitate any life form. In this case, it's a human. And these kids were swimming in a pool they're at their house. They're in they got a pool in the backyard, and this like creepy guy is like watching them in the backyard, and then he can open up his mouth and eat them, or open up the mouth in his stomach. Like, yeah, if you can see the cover, he's got his stomach.
It look like he's opening. Oh, that's his stomach. It look like he's opening his mouth and the eye is in there.
Yeah, he's opening up his stomach, and he's got a mouth and eye, and they're monsters. But so we get to see that flashback of what happened to her family, and then Erica shows up in this town, and she's trying to convince everybody, like, hey, I'm here to kill this monster, and there's people after me that are basically going to kill me and then kill all of you to keep it secret, because that's what they do, and that's why she left the House of Slaughter. So it kind of just builds up the story. Not a lot happens other than just some character development and some, more exposition. It's one of those lull issues, where the story takes a breather to explain things, So it gets a 3.5 out of 5 for me. But I'm still digging this story. I've been reading it's 24 issues now. It's been a few years I've been reading this. And they're making a movie. Or a TV series. It got picked up to be made into a movie or a TV series. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Seeing what streaming service get picked up for. Comic properties are hot right now, especially non-Marvel DC. It's hot right now. Yeah. So, yeah. You booked out, or
I am.
Hold up. Let's go to the callers. Let's see what we got here. Hello, AG member. What's going on? Yeah. Long time listener. Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, we got a show for you. I appreciate everybody jumping in. If you listen this long, definitely like, share, subscribe. Like I said, we're on all your streaming services, all of your social media platforms. We're on all of those. We are on Instagram also. Check out our Instagram page. I'll put a list on there. So I don't know what's gonna happen next week. I'm pretty sure some crazy shit. All the show's done. Obi-Wan's done. I don't think Boys end next week.
I think they got a few more episodes. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're kind of like in the middle things of those right now.
Miss
I don't know.
Marvel. Yeah.
Maybe I'll talk about some CW shows next week. I don't know. To fill the time. They actually dropped that CW comic. They dropped another one on there. Like, I'm not gonna read this shit. Nah.
Maybe I'll talk about Riverdale. I don't know.
Yeah, or something, just go from there. But we'll find something. Something will happen. It always happens, even though nothing may happen this week. Friday, Saturday, something will just dump in our lap. We'll go from there. So, yeah, appreciate everybody jumping in. So until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bully time, same bully channel.
Him that? Power mode? Yes, sir. Okay.
3Q, you want to be
honest. Jumping on the opponent like Giannis. Yeah, let's be honest. Dunking on the opponent like Giannis. Yeah, let's be honest. Jumping on the opponent like Giannis. Attack the Kumpo. Power mode. Yeah, let's be honest. Jumping on the opponent like Giannis. Yeah, let's be honest. Jumping on the opponent like Giannis. Yeah, let's be honest. Jumping on the opponent like Giannis. Attack the Kumpo. Power mode. Running out of lane. That 3-4 train. Gonna get the grain. Power so insane. When you look in my eyes and see all the pain with nothing to gain. Never lost control. Then you know I'm the man. When you're lost in translation, words don't translate the same. When you tell me you got no problem with me, I do not complain. I always know my target, it always hit my aim. If you never been made, then look in the mirror, you know who to blame. Yeah, what's your purpose and what's your angle? Homie, you ain't got no game. Get back to work, get back on your grind, cause right now, homie, you lame. Let's be honest. Dumping on opponents like Giannis. Yeah, let's be honest. Dunking on opponents like Giannis. Yeah, let's be honest. Dumping on opponents like Giannis. Attack the Kumpo. Power mode. Yeah, let's be honest. Dumping on opponents like Giannis. Yeah, let's be honest. Dunking on opponents like Giannis. Yeah, let's be honest. Dumping on opponents like Giannis. Attack the Kumpo. Power mode. Back on the block. Trying to push that stock. Going up against my odds. I just don't know when to stop. I guess I take flight until the body drop. I cocked and released that hammer and left that body whopped. Another homicide on the baseline. Shawty say she wanna see me, give me FaceTime. Cameras flashing, pictures posted. Haters on the sideline, got me boasted. About to drop a triple-double, then my freakish ways. Hit lil' homie with the Euro back in my Greekish days. Let's be honest. Dumping on opponents like Giannis. Yeah, let's be honest. Dunking on opponents like Giannis. Yeah, let's be honest. Dumping on opponents like Giannis. Attack the Kumpo. Power mode. Yeah, let's be honest. Dumping on opponents like Giannis. Yeah, let's be honest. Dunking on opponents like Giannis. Yeah, let's be honest. Dumping on opponents like Giannis. Attack the Kumpo.